Not guilty, $1 AP. Rocky walks free. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation. The jury filed in. Rakim Mayers, the hip-hop star known as $1 AP Rocky, stood accused. 2 felony assault charges hung over his head. The charges stemmed from a November 2021 incident. Mayers was accused of shooting at former friend Terrell Efron. The verdict, not guilty. Relief washed over Mayers' face. His partner, superstar Rihanna, and their 2 young sons, RZA and Riot, were present for the momentous occasion. The family's presence added another layer of drama to the highly publicized trial. Mayers had faced a potential 24-year prison sentence. The acquittal marked a decisive victory for the rapper. He could now put the ordeal behind him and focus on his burgeoning family and career. The trial had gripped the public's attention. It was a story of friendship, betrayal, and the high-stakes world of music and celebrity. But in the end, the jury's decision rested on the evidence, or lack thereof. The shots in the night, the incident and the accusations. The incident occurred on a November night in Hollywood. Mayers and Efron, once close friends and members of the $1 AP mob hip-hop collective, were embroiled in an argument. The confrontation escalated and shots rang out. Efron claimed Mayers pointed a gun at him and fired. He alleged a bullet grazed his hand, causing minor injuries. The prosecution painted Mayers as the aggressor, a hothead who resorted to violence. They argued that the rapper's fame and fortune had made him reckless and dangerous. The defense presented a different narrative. They claimed the gun in question was a prop used in Mayers' music videos. They argued that Efron, motivated by money, fabricated the shooting to extort money from the wealthy rapper. The incident, shrouded in darkness and conflicting accounts, became a puzzle for the jury to solve. The prosecution needed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mayers had intentionally fired a weapon at Efron. The defense, on the other hand, aimed to sow seeds of doubt about Efron's credibility and the prosecution's narrative. Evidence and doubt, the prosecution's case unravels. The prosecution's case hinged on Efron's testimony. He was the sole eyewitness to the alleged shooting. However, his credibility came under intense scrutiny during cross-examination. The defense poked holes in his story, highlighting inconsistencies and questionable details. One major point of contention was the lack of physical evidence. While surveillance footage captured audio of gunfire, it did not show the actual shooting. Furthermore, no shell casings were found at the scene by police. Efron claimed to have retrieved them later, a claim that contradicted surveillance footage. The weapon itself was never recovered. Efron's shifting story and the absence of concrete physical evidence cast a shadow of doubt over the prosecution's case. The jury was left to grapple with conflicting accounts and a lack of clear-cut proof. Adding to the complexity, the defense introduced the possibility of a third party being involved. They suggested that Efron, known to have enemies in the music industry, may have been targeted by someone else. The defense argued that the prosecution had tunnel vision, focusing solely on Mayers while ignoring other plausible scenarios. Section 4. A friend turned foe, Terrell Efron's testimony. Terrell Efron took the stand, a key witness for the prosecution. He recounted the events of that night, his voice trembling at times. He described Mayers' demeanor as angry, agitated. He claimed the rapper brandished the gun, threatened him, and then fired. Efron's testimony, however, was not without its flaws. The defense exposed inconsistencies in his statements. They questioned the delay in reporting the incident. They highlighted discrepancies in his account. The defense painted Efron as an opportunist. They pointed to his financial troubles. They argued he saw an opportunity to extort money. Efron's credibility became a central theme. The jury had to decide whether to believe Efron or question his motives. Section 5. A calculated defense. Rocky's team fights back. $1 AP, Rocky's legal team came out swinging. They aggressively challenged the prosecution's narrative. They meticulously picked apart Efron's testimony, exposing inconsistencies and raising doubts about his credibility. The defense argued that the prosecution's case was built on assumptions and speculation, not on hard evidence. They emphasized the lack of physical proof linking Mayers to the shooting. The missing gun, the absent shell casings, and the blurry surveillance footage all played into the defense's strategy. They painted a picture of Mayers as a victim of circumstance, a target of a friend-turned-foe seeking financial gain. They reminded the jury that the burden of proof rested solely on the prosecution. It was not up to Mayers to prove his innocence. It was up to the state to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense's strategy proved effective. They successfully introduced enough doubt into the minds of the jurors to secure an acquittal. $1 AP Rocky, once facing decades behind bars, was now a free man.